Dr. Greg Clare, and I am the merchandising program coordinator and one of your future instructors from Oklahoma State University. Go Pokes! Please feel free to ask any questions that come up during the presentation in the chat window. We will answer your questions at the end of the presentation. We are excited to share some information about the opportunity to advance your career with a master's degree in merchandising or a graduate certificate in merchandising. But before we get started, let's start with a little fun icebreaker to explore some facts about the merchandising industry. It's my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Jennifer Jorgensen from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Go Huskers!
All right, so welcome everyone. The game we are going to play is called Two Truths and a Lie. So here we go. Here are some retailing fun facts. Two of the statements that I'll share will be the truth, and one of the statements will be false. So which of the following do you think is false? First, the retail supports 1 in 4 jobs in the United States. 2, retail accounts for 3.9 trillion in total GDP impact. Or 3, e-commerce accounts for a majority of current retail sales in the United States. So, if you believe that the incorrect statement was e-commerce accounts for the majority of current retail sales in the United States, you would be correct. E-commerce does not account for a majority of current retail sales. However, this sector is growing. So as you can see, the retail industry continues to grow and it is in need of your expertise. And it overall is our mission to help you reach the goals that you have to serve this industry. So ensuring that you receive marketable skills and helping you achieve your career goals is just a critical component of our mission in the merchandising program.
All right. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Linda Manikowski, who is from North Dakota State University, and she will share some important information about the merchandising program.
Yes, hello. It's nice to be a part of this program today. And I have a short slide show to share with you. So I think I can move ahead. You've seen this slide. So I need to, there we go. So no, I think I think there, let's go one more. Let's go one more.
Okay.
There we go. So we know that, you know, if you joined this webinar today, it's because you're probably looking for either a promotion with the company that you have, or maybe you want to get a different type of a job. So we feel that our program gives you an affordable education. You're going to meet the faculty from almost all of the institutions that are involved in what courses we teach. And then it's a very flexible learning format because you can do it all online. So whatever fits with your schedule. So what can you do with the merchandising degree? What kind of career are you able to pursue? Well, graduates of our program are prepared to really lead corporate social responsibility initiatives in all of these areas. So, and we have a real sustainability focus to our courses. So buying and merchandising, market research and entrepreneurial initiatives, product development, retail and sales leadership, promotions and social media marketing, and then sourcing and supply chain management. So those are some of the topics with the courses, but we're going to talk in the next slide about the actual curriculum. So we have, I believe, 11 different courses that we teach. This is a 36 credit program, and each of the courses is 3 credits. And then you have the option of taking an elective or doing something different with that final 3 to 6 credits. 10 courses are required, and then you have 6 credits of flexibility. So here's some of the courses, and again, you're going to hear more about these from the faculty. Retail analytics, strategic planning, which is really our capstone course, consumer behavior, financial merchandising implications, or really a retail math buying class, international retail expansion, product design, development, and evaluation, research methods, professional advancement. I teach a course called Retail Theory and Current Practice, promotional strategies in merchandising, and then what's not on the slide but should be is a course we recently added that Dr. LaHue teaches in Foundations of Sustainability, and she'll be telling you a little bit about that. Okay. So what will you really learn in this program and in these courses? Well, you'll learn data analytic techniques. That's a real new focus to the industry and understanding how that all works. So Dr. Claire is good to teach you about that. Effective business strategies, customer-focused product development strategies, flexible promotional campaigns, sustainable interests of business, consumers, and society, micro and mass market cost controls, trade regulations and cultural concerns, and then evolving standards of corporate social responsibility. Okay. So we've done some research with the graduates of our program, and here's just a couple of quotes of things that they have told us. By and large, all of the students who've graduated from our program have told us that it either got them a promotion in the job they have, it helped them to move into a job that they've always wanted, it gave them a raise. So everyone has been pretty positive about what the outcome was of doing the actual degree. So one person said, I always felt like what we were doing in class connected to the real world really well. Also felt like my professors were really fair in how they graded. They're also easy to get along with, and they made themselves available. There was so much support throughout the process. So if you feel that an online course doesn't connect you very well to the other students or the professors, that's really not true. We do a good job in creating some interaction for you. And the other student said, the graduate said, number one, the breadth and depth of what it covered. I think the other big strength is the accommodation it has for a career-oriented person that has a job. So as you know, the courses are online, and so you can work on them when you have the time with your job. Most of our students work full-time at a retail-focused job at the same time as they are working on this degree. And so next slide. So this is just an example of where some of our students are working or have worked. I'm not going to read all of these names to you, but you can see that it's everything from, Forever 21 and The Gap, JCPenney, to, bigger companies like Target, Walmart, Tractor Supply, Nike. So many different companies where our graduates are working. Okay. And finally, you'll have some follow-up information with how to actually apply for the program. But one of the things that you will want to know is that there is no GRE required at any of the institutions. And that's a test that you take to get into graduate school. So it's nice that you don't have to do that. It saves you time and saves you that expense. Most of the programs have a non-refundable application fee. They vary by institution, but a pretty low fee. Usually, I think at North Dakota State, it's probably $35. So it's a small fee. And then you need an original transcript from each college and university that you have attended. You'll need a professional resume, and we like to know what your goals are. So you describe your professional goals for the future, how completion of the program would support those professional goals. We use that for our assessment and to see how students are doing in the program. And then finally, you do need letters of reference that are submitted on professional letterhead. But what happens is when you apply for the program, you provide the information about the references, and then they are contacted from the university to provide that reference for you. So that's just an overview of what the program is about.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Linda, for that great presentation. So if you're attending, by now you're probably thinking, well, I really would like to learn how much this is going to cost and what would my time commitment look like for a master's degree. We know that you are busy, either students or professionals, and you do not have time or money to waste. We'll get into those details in a bit. But first, we want to introduce you to some of the people that have made the merchandising program one of the best long-term online education programs in the world since 2005. It's my great pleasure to introduce the Great Plains IDEA merchandising teaching faculty, who will share a little bit with you about the courses they teach and some key takeaways that you will learn from their classes. So I'm going to ask Dr. Jennifer Jorgensen to do that. So please take it away, Dr. Jorgensen.
Great, thank you. So first, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Melody LaHue from Kansas State University. So please share which courses you teach and the challenges that your students will be able to address.
Thank you, Dr. Jorgensen. I'm so happy to be here and get a chance to talk with everyone. As Dr. Manikowski indicated, that I am teaching a new course that's called Foundations of Sustainability. And this is a course that we ask the students that are enrolled to take this course early in their programs so that they can get an idea of what are some of the challenges that are being experienced in our industry related to sustainability and environmental impacts. So in the course, we basically look at the sustainability principles and the practices and try to help the students understand the challenges that are facing our industry, and then eventually to enhance your ability to develop potential solutions and to evaluate what's currently being done in order to try to come up with even better strategies in order to address a lot of the environmental challenges that we're finding ourselves in this industry. So that's one of the courses that I teach. But I also teach a second course, and it's called Strategic Planning for Sustainability. And I think Dr. Manikowski also mentioned that course we consider a capstone course. So we advise students to enroll in strategic planning their last fall semester. And in the course, you're going to learn about the importance of continuously scanning the environment to identify what are the opportunities and threats that might confront a company, and then also how a company needs to plan strategy so that they can continue to be successful into the future. We also have incorporated a strong sustainability element in this course so that you will be prepared to lead change in an industry that really is undergoing a transformation right now. The number of companies that have started incorporating sustainability as a part of their business model is really increasing rapidly. And many brands and companies release sustainability reports so they can show greater transparency. And so really professionals at all levels within the industry and every functional unit of an organization will need to have some proficiency in sustainability. And this program is going to help you develop those skills. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And next, I am pleased to introduce you to Dr. Linda Manikowski from North Dakota State University.
Yes, hello again. So I teach a course that's entitled Retail Theory and Current Practice. And the purpose of this course is really to inform students about the exciting new developments in this dynamic retail industry. Dr. LaHue mentioned that it's undergoing a transformation. It's always changing and always really has been changing. Those of you that work in retailing already, know that it's evolved into a high-tech global growth industry that is constantly changing. So students really synthesize past and present trends in order to forecast probable future patterns for the industry. And we focus really on key strategies and issues with an emphasis on implementation through merchandise and store management. So my course is really a retail management course, but we focus so much on, trends and what's really happening today with the industry. So students working in the industry really need to, refine their skills to be successful in this customer-centric business environment. So the idea of customer relationship management, some of those kinds of things are really important today. So designing experiences that result in customer loyalty is important. Staying up to date with technology that's available in this, again, challenging, sustaining business, in order to sustain business success. Thanks.
Great, thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Jeha Lee from North Dakota State University.
Hello, I teach consumer behavior in merchandising. So in this course, students learn about the latest trend and new technology in consumer market and their behavior. So the first assignment in my course is about sharing economy and collaborative consumption, which is one of the fastest growing trends in the global market. So collaborative consumption is also one of the sustainable business strategy, as this generates long-term income from each consumption and reduce production and purchases by sharing. And we also talk about the pandemic and how the pandemic has transformed the consumer landscape. So in my course, we identify these changes in the consumer behavior and how businesses should respond to these changes. Thank you.
Thank you. And next, I'll ask Dr. Greg Clare from Oklahoma State University to share more about the courses that he teaches.
Hello, everyone again. So over the years, I've taught 4 different courses, but currently I am teaching an early program course called Advertising and Promotional Strategy, which the students in this course are focused on corporate social responsibility and the way that of the firm. And so in that class, students conduct a 17-point audit looking and comparing a focal firm to 2 competing firms, and then develop strategies to improve corporate social responsibility within the focal firm. I also teach a class called Retail Analytics, which is a very important class specifically tailored to our industry. So building on the financial merchandising implications class, in which we look at retail math concepts at a graduate level, then we take it sort of to the next level, where we're looking at how with big data, large data sets, you will format, analyze, and then the all-important in today's world, visualization of that data so that a diverse audience can understand it, from anywhere from the C-suite of the firm down to an hourly employee who is looking at an interactive infographic and wants to understand the business better and drill down. So to accomplish this goal, we use conventional tools like Excel up to Tableau. Well, we have a generous grant from Tableau, so all of our students have access to the software for free as part of the class. And they go through 10 fairly demanding workouts that support sort of a free rein project at the end of the semester with provided data to look at this data, understand it, format it, analyze it, and create visualizations with specific goals in the project, such as improving sales and profitability. And that, is a very fun course and very, very relevant to our industry, skills that many of students in conventional fashion programs lack, particularly at the undergraduate level. So this will help you build your skills. Thanks so much.
Great, thank you. And then next, I am excited to introduce you to Dr. Jin-Hee Han from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jin-Hee Han. I am currently a lecturer at University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and I'm teaching research method course this semester. So in the research method course, students will learn the overview of the research process in a social science, and also students learn what types of research methods exist in a social science. And there are some fun mini projects that students have an opportunity to conduct qualitative and quantitative research in there. So students will have a small project by conducting survey and interview in there. And also students learn the application of the research method to their own disciplines. And we also have some opportunities to understand the current issues applying this research method. Thank you.
Thank you. And then next, I'll share a little bit of information about the course that I teach. My name is Jennifer Johnson Jorgensen, and I am currently teaching International Retail Expansion. And just a little bit about this course. We all know that the retail industry is a global one. And so within the course International Retail Expansion, we investigate the world's biggest issues in sourcing, in manufacturing, in trade, and also in global retailing. And we also focus on the retail, apparel, and textile industries. You'll also gain a comprehensive understanding of theory, practice, and also the trends found in international merchandise management. You'll also analyze global retail systems and the methods of distribution to global consumers. And you'll also investigate the opportunities for sustainable sourcing practices within the supply chain. So ultimately, this coursework will prepare you to think globally in the decisions that you'll make in any kind of position that you'll hold. And it's one that will continue to be of importance as we move forward in the future.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. So our ability at these 5 institutions to deliver up-to-date industry relevant knowledge that you can apply in your job, like our faculty just described, wouldn't be possible without the support of the Great Plains Idea Alliance of major research universities in the Midwest in the United States. Now I would like to introduce Amanda Burris, who will talk about student alliance-wide resources during the program to support your academic and student experience.
Thanks, Greg. So as Greg mentioned, the Alliance does provide a variety of resources, and I was always looking for different ways to support students. We offer resources such as our Great Plains Idea New Student Orientation to help students to get started with their programs and understand what to expect in their online program. We also have an online student success center that is available to students 24/7 with a variety of great resources. We really value student feedback in the Alliance, and we gather a lot of student feedback throughout the year through various surveys, and we use this feedback to help make improvements across the Alliance and specifically within the program, and also in order to help resources and support students may need. These open lines of communication are really important for us at Great Plains Idea. And so we do understand the importance of providing that support, and specifically financial support as well when possible. The cabinet, the Great Plains Idea Cabinet, does provide opportunities for financial support through Science's Board of Directors to support those students who have been impacted by COVID-19. So we're always looking for different ways to make sure that students are getting the help that they need, that we're continually working to improve the program and the Alliance as a whole. We also do this through the support of faculty in their development and course enhancement initiatives as well. All of this would not be able to be possible today without the Alliance itself, without our campus coordinators. So I'll turn it back over to Greg for those introductions.
Okay, well, the campus coordinators are incredibly busy. Do have a very important one with us today, and her name is Ashley Schultz, and she's at Kansas State University, and she is our lead campus coordinator, and she's going to share a little bit of information with you as well.
Thank you, Greg. So each university has a campus coordinator who will assist you throughout your time as a student from start to finish. We serve as your support system and are often referred to as information brokers, just helping to connect you to available resources at your university. And we will also help guide you through the admissions process and answer any questions you might have about that. And in addition, the campus coordinator also helps you enroll in courses and informs you of important upcoming deadlines. We also connect you with other participating universities in the program as you take courses that are taught outside of your home university. So we are definitely excited you are considering a graduate certificate or master's degree in merchandising, and we look forward to helping you be successful in this program.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Ashley. So, as you've probably seen by now, it really does take a village to support our student success. And I think it's time now that we hear from one of our amazing students who's going to share a little bit about their career and career goals and what they've gained from the merchandising program so far. I'd like to welcome Adam Ojeda. And Adam.
Awesome. Thanks, Dr. Claire. Thank you, faculty and staff. Well, I'm based actually up in Northern Arizona in a small town called Flagstaff. I currently work at a company by the name of Bespoke Post, who is based in New York City. And there I work as a buyer merchandiser for our box subscription business, specifically within our supplies category. I also manage a variety of special projects that we handle, including a retail partnership with 1-800-Flowers and a really cool upcoming quarterly box collaboration with Esquire magazine that I'm really excited to work on. I'm really grateful for the Great Plains Idea Program for really granting me the flexibility that my professional life demands, while at the same time allowing me to pursue a graduate level degree. I really, really appreciate the different perspectives that I'm exposed to, in working with the diverse faculty and student cohort, considering that we're all located, across the country, and we all bring a variety of different experiences, both academically and professionally. I also really value that our courses are examined through the lens of sustainability, as was discussed earlier, as I really believe that this is foundational in how businesses will need to operate for future success. I think this program really sets all of the students up for success in being able to attain, opportunities within a variety of organizations that are looking to bring sustainability into kind of the root of their operational standards. The program is really helping me to get closer to my long-term career goal of teaching within a merchandising or retail and consumer sciences program, utilizing my industry and educational experience. As I was completing this program, I actually had the opportunity to be an adjunct faculty member at my undergraduate university here in Flagstaff, and really just fell in love with the teaching process. To bring what I know program.
Yes, and that is Carla Cisco, who is at Oklahoma State University, where I am. And would you like to introduce yourself, Carla?
We can still see and hear her.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you. We would have been remiss if we wouldn't have said hello to Carla. All right. So, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to share some of the money related topics right now. And what a wonderful program financially this merchandising master's program is for our students. So according to the Education Data Initiative for the year 2020, the current cost for fully online master's programs averages $66,340, which was a price very similar to what I paid for my online MBA. Now, compare that to the cost of our online program, which is $21,600. That is a lot of difference and a lot of value for your money. So, we are public universities, and of course, we transfer value to all of our students. But dollars and cents are really only what part of what you should consider when comparing fully online merchandising programs. When you graduate, you will receive your degree from the institution where you enroll, which we refer to as the home institution. So, for example, if you applied at Oklahoma State, where I am, then of course you would receive your master's degree from Oklahoma State or Kansas State or North Dakota State or University of Nebraska-Lincoln or South Dakota State. So this is a tremendous advantage where you're taught by faculty from top tier research one institutions in the Midwest, but you enroll at one specific university, and that is where you receive your master's degree from. So I guess now what I would like to do is spend a little bit of time getting to know you better. And so we will be happy to answer any of your questions. And I see that there are some questions in the chat. And so we can take a look at those now. Okay, well, that is a great question. And the response would be, it depends. So in some companies in the US, particularly for fields that are in high demand, will sponsor graduates in positions. And so that would vary by firm. It is not common, however, in all honesty. So it would depend on a specific company and their policies. Well, I can take that one on. You will receive the degree after completing the 10 core courses, and then some institutions have other requirements. So for example, here at Oklahoma State University, we have the 10 core courses, and then we have a student take a online statistics class, And then you have an option to either complete a professional field experience, which is like a semester, 16-week semester long internship, or a creative component, which is similar to a thesis, but tends to be very applied in nature. In other words, where you're applying skills on the job, really with the goal to get you noticed and promoted. This program, while some students have had a pathway to PhD programs, some very successful people, including a colleague of mine here at Oklahoma State, most students work in industry and they're looking to get a leg up in their career in industry and advance. And so really all of the courses and all of the program are designed for people who are working in the industry or recent graduates who simply want to strengthen their skills so that they're more marketable to corporations like the one that Dr. Manikowski showed, where our graduates have attended or have worked in the past or at present. It varies by institution. So for admission, I think what you're saying to apply, if I understand the question correctly, and that is, it's nominal. It's less than $100, I believe, at every single institution. More in the range of, Dr. Manikowski shared hers. Right off the top of my head, I think ours is $50. And then, the average cost, as I already discussed, is about less than $22,000 at our current tuition rate. And it's common tuition between all of the institutions. Okay, excellent question. So at each of our universities, we use what are called learning management systems. And these learning management systems, for example, here at Oklahoma State, we use Canvas. And so they're set up for fully online delivery. So all of the course related materials, appropriate readings, assignments, and tools to interact, whether it was a video-based lecture or a presentation of your work that you were conducting in a class among your peers, everything is conducted through the learning management system. Now, many of our courses, like any other courses in the world, have textbooks and things of that nature. And so that's all, that information is provided to you long before the semester starts. And I like the question about networking. That was a great question because so many of our students and graduates, and we certainly have this in our survey research, form pretty powerful network relationships and even just friendships with their peers. And this can be very, very beneficial because, there's a lot of people in this industry, if you're familiar with the industry, that say it's not really a very big industry. And it's true, it's not. A lot of people know a lot of people, and a lot of people advance because of their network. It's quite common. So you will form relationships with people, and students do stay in touch with one another after they graduate and share job opportunities. We heavily use as a program LinkedIn. As a matter of fact, it's required in one of our classes to create your LinkedIn profile, a class called Professional Advancement, which we don't have the faculty member who teaches it currently here today, but I have taught it in the past as well. But LinkedIn, leveraging it appropriately to advance your career is a very important skill. So friendships, networks, and everything that you need, wherever you may be in the world, is going to be provided to you at the university where you're taking any of the given courses.
I might jump in and add that, we do discussion boards in all of our courses, and I think that's one way that students really do get to know each other and find ways to do that. We can't really meet synchronously at the same time very often because of all the different time zones, but I think the discussion boards, I often look at the comments and it's like, nice to see you again, and I'm glad we have another class together and that sort of thing. So I think that's one good networking thing that we do.
I'd like to reiterate
Thank
that
you.
really quickly, if I may. These class cohorts that we're in tend to be, small enough that you do get to know your classmates very closely. And as Dr. Claire had mentioned, I'm connected with every single classmate that I've had throughout this program on LinkedIn, some on Facebook and Instagram. So you do get to learn more about your colleagues as you move through the program outside of just kind of this academic world. But you have plenty of opportunities to learn more about each other and stay connected even after you're done with the program. So I just wanted to reiterate that.
Okay, well, it depends on where you apply. So you could apply at any of these 5 universities, and then when you complete all of the course requirements, then you receive your diploma from wherever you were admitted into this program. So you could be getting a Master's of Science from Oklahoma State University, Kansas State University, University of Nebraska-Lincoln, North Dakota State University, or South Dakota State University. Okay, great question. So not all of our institutions offer certificates, but a certificate is typically a professional credential, which supports your resume. It's not a full master's degree, of course, which is quite a bit more rigorous. And for example, our certificate program here at Oklahoma State University is made up of 4 classes. Now, the nice thing about certificate programs that we've had pretty good luck with is many times a student will enroll for a certificate program and then go on and complete the full master's degree because they love the program so much. So, it's definitely an alternative if you do not have the time professionally to complete a full master's degree that beefs up your resume basically and can help get you noticed at work. All right. Oh, yes. Well, thank you. Yes. Thank you, Luke. Well, we really appreciate you taking the time from your busy day to learn about the merchandising program. And we hope to see you in our classes in the future and pursuing either a graduate certificate or a master's degree. So thanks so much again for taking the time today.